BMW just got caught red-handed, testing a motorcycle nobody asked for, in a class that didn't exist yesterday. Spy photographers cornered a prototype sitting almost surgically between the beginner-friendly F450 GS and the established F800 and F900 GS. And that raises an uncomfortable question. Is BMW filling a genuine gap in the market, or just finding a new place to put its hand in your wallet? Let's break down the photos, check BMW's math, and ask the question nobody at BMW wants to answer. Rewind to November 2025. At EICMA in Milan, BMW unveiled the F450 GS, replacing the aging G310 GS after teasing only a concept the year before. It was sold as a fresh start for the entry-level class, partly driven by rising expectations in Asian markets, with naked and sport variants expected to follow. But according to our sources, that launch was never the whole plan. The F450 GS was just the opening move. The real story is a second GS-badged adventure bike, positioned above the F450 GS, but clearly aimed at the midsize segment, not the flagship territory of the F800 or F900 GS. Spy shots show shared design language in the exhaust and chassis. And here's where it gets interesting. BMW's manufacturing partner TVS, which already builds the F450 GS engine in India, uses an upgraded version of that very same twin-cylinder engine for its premium brand Norton, in the Atlas and Atlas GT, displacing 585 cubic centimeters and producing 70 horsepower. So is BMW just borrowing Norton's engine? Not exactly. And that's the part BMW isn't clarifying. The photographed prototype shows real differences from the Norton unit. Norton's twin uses the industry-standard 270-degree crankshaft. BMW's F450 GS uses an unusual 135-degree configuration instead. Displacement is still a mystery. During testing, BMW has reportedly been benchmarking against Honda's Transalp at 755cc and Yamaha's Ténéré 700 at 689cc. But since BMW already sells the F800 GS and F900 GS at 87 and 105 horsepower, this new model would need to stay clearly below that, likely in the 65 to 70 horsepower range. Convenient, considering it avoids any overlap that might cannibalize BMW's higher margin models. The chassis borrows more from the top of the range than the bottom. A steel bridge frame closer to the F900 GS, similar brakes, a 21-inch front wheel, and an 18-inch rear, classic adventure touring proportions. The bodywork is still an early prototype, rough around the edges, but the headlight design already echoes the flagship R1300 GS, just without its signature beak for now. In other words, BMW is dressing a mid-range bike in flagship styling cues. Draw your own conclusions about who that's meant to impress. Even the name is still up for grabs. F600 GS would fit BMW's naming logic and the rumored displacement. Or BMW could resurrect the old F650 GS badge. Nostalgia sells, and BMW knows it. Either way, don't expect answers soon. Sources say this prototype still needs significant development work, and a public unveiling isn't likely before 2028.